Trains use diesel, electric, and steam power for fuel. I've had the opportunity to observe and ride on a few. Electric trains are automatic and the rides are smoother than the chugging of a train fueled by steam. The rhythmic motion which comes with um, coal burning trains and the chugging had me thinking life is not smooth. It comes with all the bumps and the chugs and the hard sudden stops, the brakes, and that's just life. A wise person said, life is full of pain. We can either face it now and push through it to build our strength for the next one, or we can hide and run away and remain as weak and ill prepared. But my question is, what fuels you? What is it that keeps you going? What do you feed on? Where do you get your energy from? There's a scripture in the Bible that says, it's not what goes into a man's mouth that defiles him, it's what comes out of it. But then there's another scripture that says, out of the abundance of one's heart, he speaks, which simply means that the words that come out of our mouths that defile us are coming out of the abundance of our hearts. So then we have to think about what we're feeding ourselves on, physically, mentally, socially, spiritually, emotionally. Over the past few weeks, I've been exposed to a number of incidents of people being suicidal, and suicide is never a smooth topic. It's not a neat story because it cannot be tidied away. Even when the crime, air quotes, has been solved. We can't just arrest somebody because somebody has killed themselves. There's no easy way to resolve or come to terms with a suicide. There are times when we are being eaten away from the inside, where our hearts are being torn to bits, inside out. And for some, the resolve is keeping their head down and pushing through the hard times. But today I encourage you, if you're hurt, if you're hurting, if you feel broken, if you feel lost, if you're sad, confused, overwhelmed, whatever the situation is that you feel you're just not handling, take some time, seek some help, talk to somebody. You see, I'm an advocate for privacy, but I'm also an advocate for therapy. And that seems to be such a contradiction to match those two. How do these two things work together in unison? Maybe they can't. Maybe they have to run parallel to each other. And sometimes there are things that we have to pick up at the next train station. But truth be told, therapy comes in many forms. We don't always have the current means to get the stipulated help that is required. But if it's even to, one, unload or offload your burdens at the end of the day. Two, be intentional about taking some time to check in on yourself. Don't wait until you feel your lungs tightening and the air sucking out of it for you to seek help, because by then you're in a state of anxiety. We don't think straight when we're anxious. 3. Wake up and smell the roses, literally and figuratively. Live in a place of gratitude, no matter what your circumstances are, because there's always something and someone who would love to be in your situation. Because our problems are only as big to us until we see some other people's problems, what some other people have to deal with. And when you see how small, how minuscule, not irrelevant, not insignificant, but just how small comparatively our issues are to what others are dealing with, it might put us in a place of gratitude. You see, whatever is inside of us is going to come out. So let it be love that comes out of us. Fuel yourself with love. Let it be patience that comes out of us. Be patient with others and with yourself. Let it be kindness that comes out of us. Be kind. It doesn't matter what sort of day, week, month, what kind of current situation you or I are currently facing. Let it be joy that comes out of us and gratitude. As the good book says, serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Be humble but not stupid. Be kind, be loving, be good to others, and simultaneously be good to yourself. Because in the end, we don't or we won't ask about our bank accounts. We never ask about the material things. Those are not the things we crave and yearn for at the end of our days. What we crave for, what we yearn for, is that we would want to have experienced love with at least one somebody. We would have wanted to have someone be there for us on their own willingness. We would have wanted to know that we lived the life that we're happy and grateful we got the chance to live. And as such, let's lead lives that make us worthy of our life and every breath that we're granted. And let that be the fuel that keeps us going until next time. Be intentional about it. Have a blessed day.